Welcome to How to Manifest Gigs, Power and Fame, the podcast and learning space for entertainment professionals who want to build stronger careers, sharper creative instincts, and a deeper sense of identity in an industry that never stops shifting. Whether you work in front of the camera, behind the camera, or somewhere in the vast ecosystem that keeps a production alive, creative identity or image is the foundation that determines how you move, how you collaborate, and how you grow. Today's podcast topic is how to manifest a yes. Now entering the mic, your host, entertainment coach and author, Ruth M. James.
Thank you, Andrew, and thank you to my coaching clients and every entertainment professional tuning in today. My name is Ruth M. James, and I am your entertainment goal coach. Several years ago, I decided to share my personal and professional entertainment experiences in the book, How to Manifest Gigs, Power and Fame. That book became the foundation for this podcast. For more than 20 years, I've worked in film, television, radio, stage, theater, and coaching. I, too, have seen and experienced the emotional highs, the unexpected lows, the breakthroughs, the heartbreaks, and those stellar moments that seem to change a life in just the blink of an eye. I hope this podcast becomes your go-to place where you can learn, grow, and strengthen your career from the inside out. Today, we are diving into a topic that every actor, dancer, singer, designer, editor, and creative soul needs in their toolkit: how to manifest a yes, aka techniques to call in auditions, callbacks, and bookings. What is the energy of yes? Before we talk about techniques, we need to talk about energy. Because in this business, a yes doesn't start in the room. It doesn't start with the audition notice. It doesn't even start with the casting director. A yes begins with you, your belief, your readiness, your frequency. Think of the entertainment industry like a giant radio tower. It's constantly broadcasting opportunities, auditions, open calls, self-tapes, meetings, referrals, last-minute replacements, all of it, and much more. But you only receive the signals you're tuned into. If you're tuned into doubt, you'll hear static. If you're tuned into fear, you'll hear silence. But when you tune into confidence, clarity, and readiness, suddenly the signals get louder, clearer, closer. A yes is not luck. A yes is alignment. And today, we're going to get you aligned. How do we clear away the walls that block or push away the yes? Let's be honest, sometimes we want a yes, but we're secretly preparing for a no. We say we're ready, but our energy is saying, I don't know. Maybe, someday, hopefully. The feeling of yes, when we are really thinking no, happens in all careers, all walks of life. Producers, directors, singers, animators, gaffers, agents, composers, assistants, dancers, musicians, screenwriters, above and below the line are human and will feel doubt at some point in their careers. The important decision at this crucial moment is how you change your mindset so you can and will attract what you do want, not what you don't want. So, let's clear the blocks. Take a moment and allow yourself to remember the last time you really wanted something in your career. I know this can be a joyful or painful moment. A role, a callback, meeting, booking. Now ask yourself, did you want it with confidence or did you want it with fear? Confidence says, I'm ready, capable, and I'm prepared. Fear says, I hope they like me. I hope I don't mess up. I hope I'm enough. Fear is heavy. Confidence is magnetic. To manifest a yes, you must release the energy of begging and step into the energy of belonging. You belong in the room. You belong in the conversation. You belong in the booking. Before we continue, here is a brief message from the Entertainment Resource Library. Let's take a short break. I will see you on the other side.
The Entertainment Resource Library is a cinematic membership space designed for entertainment professionals who want structure, clarity, and confidence in their careers. Inside the library, you'll find workbooks, worksheets, guided tools, and industry-specific resources that support every stage of your creative journey. Whether you're building your portfolio, preparing for a pitch, strengthening your communication, or reinventing your creative identity, the library gives you the tools to move forward with intention. Explore the full collection and unlock the resources that elevate your craft and your career. Back to today's host, Ruth M. James.
Welcome back. Today's topic is how to manifest a yes We have covered some methods to remove the mindset blocks to getting auditions, bookings, and callbacks that shape and make successful careers. Next up is my number one technique, the Audition Call In Ritual. This is one of my favorite concepts. It is, I think, simple, powerful, and wildly effective. Every morning before you check your phone, before you scroll, before you compare yourself to anyone else, sit up, plant your feet on the floor, take several slow, deep breaths. Allow your body and mind to settle. Don't rush this process. Become comfortable and say out loud, "Today, I call in opportunities that are aligned with my talent, my purpose, and my readiness." Again, don't rush the following. Take your time. Allow your life and the universe to hear your declarations. Then visualize your inbox lighting up. Visualize your agent calling. Visualize a casting director remembering your name. Visualize a project that feels like it was written for you. You're not forcing anything. You're inviting it. You're opening the door. This ritual shifts your energy from waiting to receiving, from hoping to expecting, from passive to powerful. Technique number 2, the Callback Frequency Reset. Callbacks are not random. Callbacks happen when your energy lingers in the room long after you've left it. Here's how you can shift and create that energy before any audition or when you are making a self-tape or prior to an in-person interview or meeting. Take 30 seconds to ground yourself. Place your hand on your chest, feel your breath, and say the following short but powerful affirmation. I am here to connect, not impress. After repeating this sentence, take a few moments to decide if you believe what you are saying. If you don't believe your sentence, ask yourself why. Don't dwell on the reason or reasons why. Simply identify why you are feeling the way you do. Then repeat the sentence if you need to, again and again and again, until you feel and believe the truth of your words. This exercise is about you and how you feel and attract, because casting directors don't remember perfection. They remember presence. They remember truth. They remember the person who walked in with a calm, centered, grounded energy that said, I know who I am, and I'm here to play. When you reset your frequency before the audition, you walk in with a clarity that makes people remember that you were there, and that clarity is what gets you called back. Technique number 3, the booking blueprint. Now let's talk about bookings, the big yes, the life-changing yes, the call your mama yes. Booking energy is different from audition energy. Audition energy is about showing possibility. Booking energy is about embodying inevitability. Here's the blueprint. After you submit a self-tape or walk out of an audition, don't spiral, don't replay every moment, don't critique yourself into exhaustion. Instead, repeat the following short 3 sentences. My work is done. My energy is clean. What is meant for me is already moving toward me. That's it, short and sweet. Then go about your life. Go for a walk. Cook up a simple or fabulous meal. Call friends and have a good laugh. Create something new. There is a reason for making the effort to shift your mindset away from the audition or meeting. When you detach from the outcome, you create space for the yes to land. When you cling, you choke the energy. When you release, you receive. Let's talk about how the entertainment works. The industry loves a decision. Let me tell you a big little secret. The industry responds to decisiveness. When you decide you're ready, opportunities start finding you. When you decide you're worthy, people start noticing you. When you decide you're available for bigger rooms start opening. A yes is not just something you get. A yes is something you become. Become the person who expects good news. Become the person who prepares for the call. Become the person who walks into the room like the booking is already in motion. How do you start the yes mind set practice? This is a practice you can start today, and I mean today. Every night, write down 3 things you did that moved your career forward. Not giant things, not dramatic things, just 3 aligned actions. Maybe you updated your headshot link. Maybe you practiced your script. Maybe you watched a show you want to be on and studied the tone. Maybe you rested because rest is part of the work. Perhaps you meditated on what you really want. When you acknowledge your progress, you build momentum. And momentum attracts yeses. Finally, there is what I like to call the closing manifestation. Before we close, I want you to repeat the following 4 sentences quietly or out loud. I am ready for my yes. I am aligned with my yes. I am calling in my yes, and my yes is already on its way. You are not chasing opportunities. You are attracting them. You are not begging for a seat at the table. You are building your own table, and the industry is taking notice. That's all I have for you in this segment. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this episode lit something up inside you, share it with another creative who needs a reminder of their power. And remember, you are not just manifesting gigs. You are manifesting a career filled with purpose, clarity, and joy. I'm Ruth M. James, and this has been How to Manifest Gigs, Power, and Fame. Your next yes is closer than you think.
This has been How to Manifest Gigs, Power, and Fame. The information in this podcast is for educational and motivational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional advice, and no specific results are promised or guaranteed. Your success depends on your own decisions, actions, and circumstances. By listening to this show, you agree that all choices and outcomes are your responsibility. A Ruth M. James production.